An FDA advisory panel voting unanimously to back a company called OraSure's at-home HIV test, sending shares of the company soaring the most in 3 years. Look at this jump, some 20%. But earlier today, it rose more than 30% during the intraday trade. Joining us now in a Fox Business interview is Doug Michels. He is OraSure Technologies CEO and president. Doug, hugely exciting for your company. What's the next step? They voted unanimously to recommend that regulators say it's okay to put these on the shelves. No doctor's note needed to get one of these. So when do we expect to see these tests on the shelf?
Hi, Liz. Thanks for having me on the show today. Exciting times for OraSure Technologies. Yesterday you mentioned the 17-0 vote, which is a huge vote of confidence for us, and we certainly expect that that will lead to FDA approval. Our next steps are to work with the FDA to take into consideration any recommendations that were made by the advisory committee, adjust our labeling for the product. That'll go through the approval process with the FDA. Our hope is that they'll move quickly on this, and maybe we'll have an approval sometime later this summer. Okay,
later this summer. There's the news. Sometime later this summer, this home over-the-counter HIV test could be available. Let's talk a little bit about it. You use a mouth swab, correct? And you get the results in just 20 minutes. How accurate is it, Doug?
That's correct, Liz. This product was first approved by the FDA in 2002, and since that time it's been used by healthcare professionals across the United States and around the world. It's been used highly effectively. It's a simple, quick, accurate, easy to use, it's non-invasive test, and obviously the accuracy in the hands of a consumer depends really on the how good the labeling is, how good the instructions for use are, and this has been demonstrated in the clinical trials that we conducted, and obviously the advisory committee thought that the product is actually going to be used very safely and effectively in the hands of consumers.
Well, the significance of this is that you would be making it easier for people to home test when there is still stigma, at least for some people, attached in their minds, that they're worried that that people might look at them differently, what have you. So this would make it a lot easier for them to anonymously do it. Let's look at the numbers. 1.2 million Americans are infected with the HIV virus. How many people out there have it and they don't know, Doug?
Well, that's the big issue here, and it's estimated somewhere between 20 and 25% of that 1.2 million people infected are unaware of their infection. And what's significant about that is that those individuals who are unaware are responsible for 50 to 70% of all the forward transmission. And that's why it's so important to put another tool in the marketplace where those individuals have the opportunity to learn their HIV status, and then, of course, we're going to work real hard to work with them to get connected to care.
The professional version, the price is $17.50. Can you give me a price on what the consumer version will be, Doug?
It is. Now, the retailers ultimately will set the price at retail, and we haven't finalized our pricing yet. We'll have more to say about that as we get through this process with the FDA and we get a little bit closer to launch.
Will it be more or less than the professional version?
We expect that it'll be more, and obviously that's supported by the fact that we'll have a 24/7 call center ready to support our consumers. Obviously the packaging is a bit more involved, and we're going to be promoting this product heavily to raise awareness that there is this additional tool available to help everybody know their HIV status.
Listen, a huge stock day, but more important, huge for the health of Americans, and at least giving them knowledge and power to test for HIV. Doug Michels is the CEO of OraSure Technologies. Congratulations. Let's see, and we'll wait and see if it gets on those shelves by the summer. Will you come back again?
I'd be delighted. Thanks so much, Liz.
You bet. Thank you very much. Ashley,
okay,
over